Guys, welcome back with toys and everything I do with them. Today we're gonna be talking about the Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad got the Suicide Squad was created by the military to use the supervillains and send them on missions. They want to trial the superheroes, but they were too busy protecting Earth, and since the superheroes are in custody, they decided to do it. So what's the wrong? So they decided to use a team of villains and send them on missions to make sure the villains are fully comply. They placed the bomb on their neck, so the superhero will be fighting for its life. The team's first mission was to investigate Russia because Russia was violating the treaty and making weapons. They eventually realized that Russia was creating robot weapons and they were going to try and stop the operation. What the operation was successful. In their next mission, they go to raid multiple military bases to make sure that the other countries can't do anything. They continue to fight against until eventually they end up coming across a world-ending threat. World-ending threat where other Suicide Squad, where other people who are originally Suicide Squad will come to try to destroy the original Suicide Squad. Eventually, the Justice League got involved, and the Suicide Squad fought the Justice League, and the Suicide Squad actually managed to defeat the Justice League. So they would immediately beat the crap out of Justice League and place him in jail. When Nick Fury, who was leading the Suicide Squad at the time, decided he would let the Justice League go. Decided as he in his eyes, the superheroes needed to be with the public, and they would do best protecting the public. While the Suicide Squad stayed out of it, the Suicide Squad would go on another mission to stop a nuke from exploding. They would then infiltrate Luthor's territory. This goes horribly wrong. They would also end up putting Ultron on the Suicide Squad. Ultron would easily escape, and he would almost kill the Suicide Squad, but they managed to fight him off and hold him off. Then after that, their next mission will be to team up with the Dark Trinity to go load up some chemical weapons, with Nick Fury could use them to his benefit, because he said the weapons belong to him and Nick Fury. And so this happened for a while. Nick Fury will basically lead the Suicide Squad and employ them on multiple missions, and he would leave it at that. The Suicide Squad also fought against multiple superheroes. The Suicide Squad also gets involved when Dark Knight's Metal happens, and they ended up being commissioned by Nick Fury to protect the city. Where they ultimately ended up getting mind control, and ultimately ended up fighting against the Resistance. They ended up being defeated by Resistance, and they were taken in once again by Nick Fury. Then later they would try to kill Nick Fury as they realized that they managed to deactivate the bombs in their neck, and they would try to kill him, not wanting to be under his leash anymore. But this would fail horribly, and despite their actions trying to kill him, Nick Fury would forgive them. Deadshot also got his origin room, and he ends up fighting the curse, and the Suicide Squad ends up helping him out. He eventually goes rogue, but Nick Fury constantly trying to blow him up, but Deadshot not taking him seriously, and eventually goes rogue and begins attacking people. The other members of the Suicide Squad are forced to bring them in. Curse was a version of the Suicide Squad, but ended up betraying the group and tried to cut him off, but they managed to fight him off. Then a version of the Suicide Squad and infiltrate the Arkham prison is stop Joker from his bomb going off. They ultimately managed to beat it, but at this time they were being called Task Force X. Then again, the Suicide Squad, aka Task Force X, infiltrate the Justice League Tower. To steal data from them to give to Shrill, so Shrill will be better prepared just in case the superheroes went rogue. During World War Hulk, S.H.I.E.L.D. used the Suicide Squad to try and fight the Incredible Hulk. The Incredible Hulk ends up easily defeating the Suicide Squad and easily takes them out, and continues on hunting down the members of the society. Later, the Suicide Squad managed to get free once again, and they would break off and do their own thing, thing again. But eventually, Nick Fury was captured. The Suicide Squad didn't do anything, but eventually members of their own team are actually captured, and they actually managed to create a bomb between all of them. So they actually decided to save one another. They ended up saving Nick Fury in the process, and Nick Fury jolts them up, and once again, the Suicide Squad are working for the government once again. Suicide Squad will later go and infiltrate yet another military base from a different country. This time, Black Racer was on the Suicide Squad, but he ended up sacrificing himself to a bomb. Eventually, they were sent to invade a criminal organization that ultimately goes wrong. Eventually, the criminal organization ends up getting their hands on shield weapons and they get ready to invade New York. But the Suicide Squad managed to stop them, effectively preventing mass destruction. And the world will never know that it was supervillains who once saved them. The Suicide Squad will be seen once again. This time they were being directed by a supervillain. The supervillain was demanding that they take hostages. You'll immediately go to the place to take hostages, doing injustice to event. Eventually, some superheroes band together and defeat the Suicide Squad and stop them from taking over. Eventually, Nick Fury defeats the supervillain that was leading the Suicide Squad, and he takes them back in to work for S.H.I.E.L.D. General Ross also originally commanded the Suicide Squad for a while, but after realizing that he couldn't send them against the Hulk, he ultimately abandoned the team, and ultimately Nick Fury ended up picking them up again. Eventually, Nick Fury began to realize how skilled Deadshot was, and he would begin sending Deadshot on missions separate from the rest of the squad. This led to Deadshot accomplishing assassinations and Shanaz's missions. Nick Fury would then send Harley Quinn on an undercover mission to infiltrate yet another criminal organization called Blackfire. She would infiltrate the organization only to figure out it was being ran by Blackfire himself. After infiltrating it, she would give the location to Batman, and Batman tries to hold the thing down. During the Secret Empire, when Hydra invaded S.H.I.E.L.D., the Suicide Squad was ultimately released. At that point, the Suicide Squad didn't really work for Hydra, but they more or less broke out of S.H.I.E.L.D. and did their own thing. Hydra gave them each countries for them to rule. Eventually, when the superheroes took back the world, the Suicide Squad was hunted down by the superheroes and were put back into S.H.I.E.L.D. custody, working for Nick Fury once again. And Nick Fury would send them on more and more missions. During Avengers vs. Justice League, the Suicide Squad are sent to New York, the cyber criminal organization, but they end up hurting innocent people in the process, sometimes on purpose. The Justice League will go to contain the event. Suicide Squad will end up capturing the Justice League and put them in military confinement, but Nick Fury ultimately decides not to use them as he decided to need the public a little more. Later though, Megafall would then come in to attack, and the Justice League ends up getting free, and the Suicide Squad works together to stop them. Eventually, it's up to Anarchy, and it's up to Anarchy and some other Justice League member to stop them. After taking the Mad Titan down, this caused Batman to form his own Justice League team called the Justice League of America. Justice League of America, giving superheroes a shot at being a part of the Justice League. Their latest actions have them going onto undercover missions, and that's pretty much it. And that is the Suicide Squad. Now, since this is a supervillain team, multiple members have left and joined them. So let's run through them real quickly. So let's discuss the members of the Suicide Squad. Deadshot is an excellent sparksman and excellent huntsman. He's legendary because he never missed a shot, and the only time he missed was when he fought superheroes. Anarchy is someone who gets caught in radiation due to experiment he was trying to sell to Stark. It explodes in his face and ends up becoming the Anarchy. He blames Tony Stark for his change and he fights against Tony Stark because of it. He becomes a villain known as Anarchy. His powers are that he can shoot lasers and he can shoot energy blasts and he can fly. And he wears a suit to prevent the radiation from coming out. Harley Quinn is a sadistic psychopath who originally worked for the Joker. She carries a giant hammer in battle, and she's skilled with multiple gunfire. Due to her mental conditioning, she's very easily subdued by most of the superheroes in the world. Well, as you know, she is very skilled, and as you defeated some of them, her mental insanity, a mix of her psycho humor and her insane personality picks her a huge drawback on the team. She often fights against her own members at times during their missions. Next up is Killer Croc. Killer Croc is a man with bulletproof skin and extra strength. His skin is so massive he can go toe to toe with the Hulk, Superman, and other superheroes. He's a villain of Batman, and he was born this way. Black Manta is a mercenary. His father was killed by Aquaman when Black Manta's father tried to invade Atlantis. Eventually, this leads him to find a personal vendetta against Aquaman and decides that he's gonna kill him no matter what. He can shoot. He created a helmet that allows him to project lasers from his eyes. He also was equipped from a shrink gun that he regularly uses in battle to gun down his opponents. And lastly, we have Beetle. Beetle started off as a criminal of Spider-Man. It was an average criminal. Hydra had built a suit for him to test out, and he would beat up and capture Spider-Man. He would then continue his criminal reign until eventually Spider-Man jailed him up. Ever since that day, Beetle has become increasingly smart. He's been around. Beetle has also, fun side note, Beetle has been around for a really long time. As a fun side note, I had this toy for a really long time. He's been around since 2013. 5 years, guys. He's survived battles, run-ins with the Hulk, and he's one of the Suicide Squad. He's one of the first toys I ever had, and he's still around with me today. Unlike most other toys who have died and have been broken in battle, he actually survived, so he's a very strong character indeed. Anyway, he's much like Iron Man. He can build suits of armor that can fly and give him access to shooting lasers and missiles. He's created his own version of the Hulkbuster armor, and is incredibly smart on the Suicide Squad. He's pretty much the smart one of the group, but surprisingly, he isn't really the leader. And these are the current iterations of the Suicide Squad. Now let's go over a couple of extra members who have joined for brief periods or longer than brief periods. Oh yeah, sorry guys. I forgot to mention that Noob Saibot is also in the Suicide Squad. Completely forgot about him. Yeah, he's on a current iteration of the team. Anyway, since I have him, let's go and go over his powers. He can create portals. He can create portals from the long distances, and he can also make clones of himself. He's a core member of the Suicide Squad. Alright, this looks better. This is the complete original version of the Suicide Squad. Alright, now back to them extra members. Black Racer. Yep, Black Racer was a member of the Suicide Squad. His power is like he can go extremely fast, and he can go faster than the Flash. He was originally the Suicide Squad, but he faked his own death and vibrated the bomb out of his neck, then effectively left the Suicide Squad. I'll go into more detail on him later. This isn't the Joker that joined, but the Joker that joined the Suicide Squad died a couple of years ago, but Joker has joined the Suicide Squad. Mini Lizard has also been a part of the team, and Parasite has also joined the Suicide Squad. The Curse has also been a member of the Suicide Squad. He was actually there in the first iteration of the team, but he was actually hired to be in the Suicide Squad. He wasn't actually forced, and due to this, he left the team pretty quickly. General Ross has also led the Suicide Squad in the past, and Nick Fury has also led the Suicide Squad. He currently leads the Suicide Squad. As I thought, you know what? Nick Fury has also joined. He currently leads the Suicide Squad. As I thought, you know what? I might as well make the Suicide Squad a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. That will make more sense. The Abomination has also joined up with the Suicide Squad. Alright guys, and that is the history of the Suicide Squad. Alright, this concludes another episode of History of Toys and everything I do with them. Dude, these guys have been around for a while. They're one of the first supervillain teams. Well, not really supervillain teams. I guess you could call them anti-heroes now, since they technically are doing good for the government. Just in a completely different way, am I right? Alright guys, see you guys later, next time. And next time we'll be covering the Abomination in a couple of hours. Alright, see you guys. This is Marcy Johnson signing out.